about all our midfielders.
Your striker spot.
My striker spot. Watkins.
Yeah.
Well,
Nobody's picking him at the moment. So.
yeah, I don't know I don't know what his ownership is. I feel like no one's picking him because he's more expensive than he was last season, and he's got a tricky away game to start the season. I don't know what his ownership is. I can look 14%. So yeah, that's not bad. So I suppose the main reasons I want to pick Watkins, and I don't want to get too hung up on it because, like I said earlier, all about 8 million mids. I feel like should have an 8 million mid in there, and I kind of feel like Watkins, if I'm going to have Martinelli, I kind of feel like Martinelli is better than Jesus, and so the other 8 million player I'm going to have is going to be Watkins, if that makes sense. That said, I kind of think he's a good pick anyway. So the fixtures are a bit mixed to start, granted, which is a bit unlike everyone else in my team. So Newcastle away, Burnley and Liverpool away. So 3 away games in his first 4. The only home game wedged in there is Everton at home, and he's got Palace game week 5. So look a bit of a deeper dive of his stats. He had the same non-penalty XGI as Kane last season, so 0.49 per 90. Falls way down the list of strikers for big chances per 90 minutes. But I think that's more to do with Villa as an attacking side. It was at 0.95, but that's still about 1 per game. So, it's pretty good. I feel like Watkins' best qualities have been his consistency sort of in the league. So he's had 3 seasons now, and he's scored 14 goals, 11 goals and 15 goals. And returns-wise, I think he's had 23, and then he had a bit of a dip where he had 14, and then last season he had 23 again. So I feel like he's really unsexy as a pick, but like I don't mind that. Like he's going to play pretty much all 90 minutes. Why are you shaking your head at the unsexy?
No, I feel like he's a bit spicy, to be honest.
Oh, right.
Yeah, compared to like the no-brainer pick of Jesus, possibly, then yeah, he's spicy.
I feel like Jesus is primed to get injured at some point because he always seems to. Watkins looks like he's nailed on. He's like the focal point of that attack. He's very rarely he's going to get subbed because he's a fitness beast. Villa have made some decent signings. I think Pau Torres went over the line today and got announced. Emery's obviously pushing for top 6 and higher, and they were great when he came in last season. Like the league table from Emery in charge put them like in the top 4. So yeah, and he's a local boy, isn't he? So you got to back him as well because of that. I don't know.
I'd be worried by Ramsey injury. I think he's going to miss possibly a month or so at the start of the season. So. And like, where's the creativity in that team? Really, Coutinho isn't starting anymore. No. So, yeah, who is it? Buendia. But was he even starting? Like, McGinn is not really a creative.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
And Tielemans isn't really going to be doing that. Douglas Luiz maybe. Yeah. Bailey is unlikely. I agree. I feel like like I say, the worst part.
Like they should buy someone.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, they haven't reinvested that Jack Grealish money.
Sorry, carry on. What you were saying.
No, I was just all I was going to say. That was my main thing as well. Like he's got the good numbers, but the thing that holds him back from some of the other like top strikers, if you like, is just because Villa aren't as an attacking side as some. Like I'd probably, if Mitrovic's fixtures were a bit kinder at the start of the season, I'd probably think Mitrovic is more central. But I think he might have lost penalties, and I felt that's worth the 0.5.
There's been a bid from the Saudi club for Mitrovic as well.
Yeah, that would be kind of good in a way, just to rule him out. So
I think Villa are going to be good this season, but yeah, I am worried by their potential for goals. He could easily go on a blank streak of like 6 odd games, and you could lose quite. That could happen quite easily. Who's on penalties for them? Because it's like Douglas Luiz, isn't it? So he's not even on penalties, which is it's just a worry.
I don't know. He's in at the moment because I prefer the main reason because I prefer Martinelli to Jesus, and maybe I'm missing a trick by getting Nkunku. Maybe he'll be a much better pick in a more rampant Chelsea side, but I want to be sure about his minutes really.
I wouldn't be surprised though if Newcastle concede that game and Watkins scores. So I think knowing your luck on differentials sometimes you tend to hit. So yeah, I like it.
Let's see.